Hi guys, how are you doing today? I hope awesome. Well, I have another really good book for you that I want to read, and it is called An Extraordinary Egg. Extraordinary means really special. So it must be about an egg that's really special. And then we have two people, or not two people, two animals on the front. We have a frog and an alligator. They seem like really unlikely friends. I wonder how that's going to play out in our story. We'll have to find out, won't we? So, front, back, title, author by Leo Lionni, and he's also the illustrator. So he wrote the words and the pictures. Let's find out about The Extraordinary Egg. Do I read here? No, there's nothing there. Ooh, do I read here? No, there's nothing there. A whole lot of pebbles, it looks like. Kind of like the pebbles that were on the bottom here. That's a lot of pebbles. I wonder how many there are. 1 million, maybe? Do we read here? No. There's our title again and our author, but we're not reading yet. There's a lot of rocks there. Ooh, something kind of oval right there. I wonder what that is. Do we read here? Yes, let's start reading here. On Pebble Island, there live 3 frogs, Marilyn, August, and one frog who was always somewhere else. So that frog is missing right now. That frog's name was Jessica. Jessica was full of wonder. She would go on long walks way to the other side of Pebble Island and return at the end of the day shouting, "Look what I found!" Sounds like she's an explorer. Even if it was nothing but an ordinary little pebble, she would always say, "Isn't it extraordinary?" But Marilyn and August were never impressed. So Jessica thinks everything is extraordinary. She likes everything. She sounds like she would be someone fun. One day, in a mound of stones, she found one that stood out from the others. It was perfect, white like the snow and round like the full moon on a midsummer night. Even though it was almost as big as she was, Jessica decided to bring it home. Can you guys see it there in the middle? That's like what was here on this page. That matches. Maybe that's the extraordinary egg. Let's find out. I wonder what Marilyn and August will say when they see this, she thought, as she rolled the beautiful stone to the small inlet where the 3 of them lived. So she thinks it's a beautiful stone right now. What do you guys think? Look what I found! Ooh, there's an exclamation point. I better read that really excitedly. Look what I found, she shouted, a huge pebble. This time Marilyn and August were truly astonished. That's not a pebble, said Marilyn, who knew everything about everything. It's an egg, a chicken egg. A chicken egg? How do you know it's a chicken egg? Asked Jessica, who had never even heard of a chicken. Marilyn smiled. There are just some things you know. So, there's Jessica and Marilyn and August. And there's the chicken egg. I wonder what a chicken egg is doing way out there by this beach. A few days later, the frogs heard a strange noise coming from the egg. They watched in amazement as the egg cracked, and out crawled a long, scaly creature that walked on 4 legs. "See!" cried Marilyn. "I was right! It's a chicken!" That doesn't look like a chicken. Does that look like a chicken to you guys? What does that look like? Yeah, that? It looks like an alligator. A chicken, they all shouted. The chicken took a deep breath, grunted, and gave each of the astonished frogs a look and said in a small, raspy voice, "Where is the water?" "Straight ahead," the frogs cried excitedly. So they think that's a chicken. That's funny. The chicken threw herself into the water and the frogs dove in after her. To their surprise, the chicken was a really good swimmer, and fast too, and she showed them new ways to float and paddle. They had a wonderful time together and played from sun up to sundown, and so it went for many days. They don't know that alligators are good swimmers. Then one day when Jessica was somewhere else, August and Marilyn saw a commotion in the water. They saw a lot of things going on down there, lots of bubbles. Someone was in trouble. Quickly, the chicken dove in the dark pool. August and Marilyn were frightened. Oh, I wonder what's going on. It's a good thing that the chicken was there. After a few long moments, the chicken reappeared, carrying Jessica. "I'm all right," she called. "I got tangled in the weeds, but the chicken saved me." Oh, what a good friend. That was awesome that the chicken was able to save Jessica. From that day on, Jessica and her rescuer were inseparable friends. That means they never went anywhere without each other. Wherever Jessica went, the chicken went too. They traveled all over the island. They went to Jessica's secret thinking place. Ooh, that looks nice and peaceful. See all the pebbles that Jessica's sitting on? And then the chicken's sitting on big rocks. And to the Great Pebble Monument. Oh, is that our cover? Yep, there's our cover. So that is a big, huge pebble. One day, they went to a place where Jessica had never been before. A red and blue bird flew down from a tree. "Oh, there you are!" it exclaimed when it saw the chicken. "Your mother has been looking all over for you. Come, come, and I will take you to her." So this bird told the chicken that its mom is looking for it. I bet the mommy's been sad, wondering where her little chicken was. They followed the bird for a very long time. They walked and they walked. They walked under the warm sun and the cool moon. And then, ooh, do you guys see that moon? It's a little sliver of a moon. They came upon the most extraordinary creature. When we talked about extraordinary, that means something really special. Let's find out what this creature looks like. Oh, what is that, you guys? That is an extraordinary creature. It's a big, huge alligator, isn't it? It was asleep, but when it heard the little chicken shout, "Mother!" it slowly opened one eye like this and smiled an enormous smile like this. And in a voice as gentle as the whispering grass said, "Come here, my sweet little alligator." And that little chicken climbed happily onto her mother's nose. "Now it's time for me to go," said Jessica. "I'll miss you very much, little chicken. Come visit us soon, and bring your mother too." So the two friends are telling each other goodbye. Well, Jessica could not wait to get back and tell her friends Marilyn and August what had happened. As she neared the inlet, she shouted, "Guess what I found?" And she told them all about it. And she said, and do you know what that mother chicken said to her baby? She called her my sweet little alligator. Alligator, said Marilyn. What a silly thing to say. And the three little frogs couldn't stop laughing. That's silly. They still think it's a chicken, don't they? They didn't know it was an alligator. What a funny book. Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys for sharing my book with me today. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.